literally hoisted up the blue trophy yesterday, and we've got him on tonight. I'm excited to have this guy on with us tonight on Ike Live. Good friend of mine, one of the best guys I know on the Elite Trail, the winner of the 2018 Bassmaster Elite event, Thousand Islands, the one and only Josh Bertrand. Join us, Josh.
What's happening, dude?
Josh, what's up?
What's going on, guys? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Got to know,
Awesome.
first question right off the giddy, has it set in yet? You still have a giant smile on your face. Has it set in yet?
Yeah, man, I haven't slept hardly at all since 2 days ago before the final day of the tournament. I was so excited last night. I thought I was really tired, and I went to bed and I couldn't fall asleep. And I finally fell asleep. And I woke up at like 4 a.m. and started thinking about it again. And I got tired today. Of course, when I was driving 12 hours down the road, I started to get tired. But yeah, it probably hasn't set in. I'm just probably delirious now.
Talk about Thousand Islands and how this thing's set up going into it. Did you have an inkling going into, say, after Wednesday of practice that you'd have a shot to win this tournament?
Well, honestly, I knew fishing was really good. I'm sure both of you guys probably knew at that point that fishing was better than it had been the last couple times we had been there.
Yeah.
At least, I thought it was that way anyways. I wasn't, but the thing is, I never caught any like 6-pounders or 6.5 during practice. I didn't catch a bunch of 5.5s. I caught a lot of 4s, some 4.5s and maybe 2 5s. But, which is like for smallmouth fishing, that's great. But I knew fishing was going to be so good. It was like, yeah, I think, I might be, able to get a check and be pretty competitive. But I never thought that I was going to catch enough quality to even have a chance at, come close to winning.
Were you surprised at the overall weight of that event? Did you come in after the first and second day and say, this is silly? Were you surprised?
The first day for sure. I mean, you guys know what happens in smallmouth tournaments. The first top 10 guys weigh in, and everyone behind them is like, oh my God. Because guys bring in their big bags early. So the first 10 guys all weighed in like 22 pounds or better the first day. And I was like, oh man, here we go.
That's right.
But yeah, I knew it'd be good. I didn't realize it would be quite that good. But fishing was good enough in practice. It was just easy enough to get bit that, I thought we'd probably have one of the better tournaments we've ever had.
Somebody wanted to see a live rendition of Caleb fizzing you.
What?
All right, so wait, Josh is
What kind of viewers do you have watching this show, man?
Wait a minute. Are we saying Josh is the smallmouth and Caleb's fizzing Josh?
No,
I'm from
Josh.
Louisiana. Do you think I know how to fizz something?
Right. Well, somebody
I
wants
can't
to
fizz
see
fish
you.
from like
Be
six.
fizzed?
Exactly right. God.
No, they wanted you to fizz Mike.
They want to see you stab Mike and fizz him.
Oh, fizz me. I'll be fizzed. Hold on one second.
Sit down.
Hold on.
I don't know. Mike, don't. God. Here we go.
Fizz me.
Here we go.
Fizz me, Josh. Are you going through the mouth or are you going through the side?
This is going to get awkward. This is awkward.
You can go through the mouth or the side. Whatever you want to do. I'll open up my
He's
mouth.
not
Go
going to
ahead.
stop till you get my answer, Josh.
The side's safer, dude. Go
The
to the
side
side.
I wouldn't want to go to that mouth either.
I got a question.
We do
for
have a
Josh.
question for Josh.
All right, well, go ahead. Go ahead with that question first.
Ed wants to know, Josh, were you an Amish mailbox maker?
It's about time for me to shave. I felt pretty at home with all the Amish people up there in New York, though. As soon as I pulled into town, and I pulled into the grocery store, and they've got a cart with horses.
That's
tied up
right.
to the light
Parked in the
post.
parking. Yeah, tied to the light post.
Mhm.
Told you.
Price chopper.
Wow.
Love it. I loved it.
Too.
I loved it. I had a question for you. Did you find your kicker fish were more specific to a spot than a depth?
That's a really good question. To be honest, every day I caught my kicker fish off all different spots.
Really?
So, and I caught the first day, let me try to think back here. My biggest fish the first day I caught pretty deep, like 35, 36 feet. The second day, I caught one in 40 and one in like 25.
Yeah, all over the place.
So yeah, they were. those big ones are, I wish I knew how to pattern those big ones. I wish I had a
You win a
spot
lot
full
more
of
blue
those big
trophies,
ones,
wouldn't
but
you? That's right.
I just had to catch a lot of fish, and eventually I'd catch a big one.
That's right.
We mentioned this. We had a little break, and we mentioned this before you came on, and I swear this is true. The two nicest guys I know in tour and on fishing, it's Pete Glusick and you. You guys are legitimately nice guys. You're really nice guys, and that's true. But tell me a little. I want to hear a little bit about. You have this battle going on with Justin. You guys are so close. You're literally, it's going to go either way in the last tournament. You ended up on top at Thousand Islands, but you have a friendship. I saw so many amazing comments come in where Justin, you could see that he was legitimately excited for you, and you saw that bond between you two on stage, and it was real. It's so cool to see that in the sport. I know for me as a fan of the sport, it was awesome to watch that. Tell me a little bit about that, and especially your mindset going into the last AOY event, because this is a huge title. This is a life-changing title. You guys are competitors, you're enemies, but at the same time, you're really good friends, and you're both good guys. Tell me a little bit about what's going on in your mind right now.
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy situation because, Justin's one of my best friends. We share a lot of information. I mean, we talk all the time, whether, we talk almost every day during pre-fish in the tournament, and, even during the off season, we talk almost every day. And, this is a huge thing for both of us. And he's been really close a couple times to Angler of the Year. He's had, already a handful of seasons where he's been in the top 10 in points. And this is the first year that I've even been in that neighborhood. So it's really exciting for me. And I know how he's like the most competitive guy I know. You guys know him, and he's competitive on all fronts, no matter whether you're doing that or, you're playing horseshoes. It doesn't matter. He wants to win in everything he does. So, I've got a ton of respect for him, and it's kind of goes both ways. Like it's kind of cool that you're doing it, trying to, battle with your buddy, but it's also kind of tough too, because, sometimes you wish like, oh, I wish I just wanted to bury that guy, but you don't want to bury your buddy, But I don't know. It's kind of a weird dynamic, but yeah, either way, I think, we'll both be leaving that tournament smiling. It was really cool to see how excited he got yesterday on stage. It meant a lot to me. I mean, he literally screamed yes, when I weighed my fish, came over and gave me a hug, and he was totally genuine. It meant a ton.
Yeah, and you can tell. Yeah, Dave, what do you got?
Copy that, Josh. David from Wisconsin has a decent observational question. Josh, you've made the money cut all year. Did you approach this year any different compared to years past?
Good question.
Yeah, that is a good question. One of the other guys that we room with, I've got Cliff Perch in the hotel room with me here, and Roy Hawk's another guy we've been staying with this year. And when the year started, it was Roy's first year on the Elites, and he's been fishing forever, you guys know, but first year on the Elites, and he's like, man, we all have to make every check this year. We can do it. And we're all like, dude, you're nuts. There's no way. Like, we can't do that. None of us can do that. For me, I just feel like I had so many lucky breaks, and it's so easy to get a bad break. Like you got maybe 2 or 3 places in a tournament that you consider starting on, and if you start on the right one, it can make or break your whole tournament. If you start on the wrong one, make or break your whole tournament. And I feel like I've gotten lucky 8 straight times. Like I've gotten off to these great starts. I haven't had to battle back very much. Maybe 1 or 2 of those tournaments I've had, some really bad starts to the day or whatever. But, it seems like every tournament I've jumped out, had good first days, and it's been really, just kind of coasting from that point on. So I guess, maybe it's honestly, I feel like it's been luck, but that's been like the most important thing for me is getting off to a good start every day, because you guys know how hard it is to battle back from a tough start. But as far as the approach, I don't know if I've changed anything. I need to try to figure out what I did so I can keep doing it. But yeah,
That's right.
Dude, I'm just gonna call it straight luck. because we know that's all fishing is.
Good luck.
Yeah. Who cares about luck? Dave, got another one? Go ahead.
Copy that. Josh, Mike Moyer wants to know, with your newfound success, are you going to fish Ikes Program next year?
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to. I told I wanted to go this year, and Mike had texted me, and I told him that my wife was 7 months pregnant. We've got a 1.5-year-old toddler running around, and it's difficult for me to get away right now. But hopefully next year things will be under control, and I'd love to go spend a couple days in Philly and go be a part of that. It'd be awesome. And I know it's a pretty unbelievable tournament, and you guys do a ton for the community over there. So it'd be cool to at least just be a small part of it.
Yeah, well, we'd love to have you. We did have a social media question come in real quick from Clark Wendelet. I don't know if it's the real Clark Wendelet or not, but Clark Wendelet wants to know, your room with Clifford Perch. Give us a undisclosed golden ram story from the road this year.
Hey, where are you at, Cliff?
He's got bedroom eyes.
There he goes.
Calling him out of bed.
It's hilarious.
You got to answer this because this is Clark Wendelet asking the question, so you can't lie.
Yeah, that's the real deal. I know those two. They're good buds. They know each other really well. Yeah, let me think of a good Cliff story. Cliff's got his tendencies. When we always bug each other and give each other a hard time about our tendencies. But Cliff's favorite thing is, outside of his awesome fishing and stuff like that, we always give him a hard time because he's the Chinese buffet guy. Every place we go, every town we visit, he's at that Chinese buffet a couple times a week. He loves the Chinese buffet.
Wow. Any horror stories? Have you ever come back to a clogged toilet at night?
He must have a pretty iron stomach. He does pretty well. But,
One last thing. A lot of guys watching tonight that saw your win last week that are new to following you. If they want to see you day to day, what you're doing, gone to the Price Chopper and looking at the Amish guys and all this, how can they follow you on the social? How can they follow you on social? How can they see what you're doing every day?
Yeah, Josh Bertrand Fishing on Facebook and Instagram, and what did that guy say? I had an Amish door building business or something like that.
Mailbox.
Starting a page for that pretty soon too. If
Dude, if you had the Amish hat to blast off of the AOY championship,
the Amish hat to blast off,
the straw hat,
yeah. Yes. Wow, we might be able to make that happen.
I think that would
straw. Yeah, I like it. The cork pipe.
the cork pipe.
Yeah,
I think it would be
makes
great.
sense. Josh, thank you for joining us. Thanks for coming on the show. I appreciate it. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations on the win, and excited to watch you guys battle it out in the last event.
Yeah, thanks. I'm a big fan of the show, so it's cool to be on, and great talking to you all. It was really cool.
You got it. Josh Bertrand, everybody! Woo! Elite winner.
Later.
Congrats, man.
Wow. What a great win that was, dude.
Dude's